Ever since the internet has evolved from Web 1.0 to Web 2.0, user interaction has become so prominent to the point that it has become the default nature of the internet today. The accessibility is no longer limited to just web developers and those who have experience with computer science. When Web 2.0 was introduced, anyone regardless of profession could easily create their own content on the internet. This is what we refer to as the democratization of media. Because of that, everyone has the rights and the power to produce their own media with the user-friendly tools for creating websites or any type of content. Speaking of user interaction, this brings us to how internet users have shifted from passively consuming media to participating in it. Known as participatory culture, this concept explains how users can easily participate in internet culture due to the low barrier of entry and how accessible it can be. From my personal experience, participating in an online fandom does not always mean that you would have to join an official server, although that is the most common way for people to join the culture and connect with each other. It can be as simple as using a profile picture that is related to the online fandom in order to participate in it. For example, almost all of my profile picture in Discord and on other social platforms are based on the characters from video games that I have played. Even if I no longer play the game or have not played the game once, using the characters as my profile picture still count as me participating in that video game culture. This shows just how low of a bar it is for people to participate in certain online cultures. Of course, when it comes to just how easy it is for people to join an online fandom, it is inevitable that there are those who want to keep others out and act as the border patrol of the fandom. These people are commonly referred to as gatekeepers. From my own observation, these gatekeepers usually act with good intention, and that is to protect their fandom from people who they think would stain the reputation of their fandom. This has definitely been a case for the entirety of the anime community, where the people that the gatekeepers are trying to push away were called tourists or posers. These tourists are commonly described as people who only engage in the anime culture just because it was popular, hence the name. Ever since anime has entered the mainstream media around the world in recent years and is appealing to a wider range of audience, those who have been in the anime community long before its popularity have grown more concerned with the tourist problem. This is because back then, like the early 2000s until the late 2010s, anime has been something that few people only had known, and those people were often shunned upon by others, being called weeps as a derogatory terms. Nowadays, with anime becoming mainstream, the same group of people that had once made fun of and ostracized weeps are now engaging in the very same culture that the weeps had been part of. While this alone may not be an issue, the concerns that most people in the community usually express toward tourists are that they often enforce and dictate certain things that have been the norm for the anime culture. This usually comes in the form of enforcing what a character should look like or pushing a romantic pairing between characters and deeming it as fact. While I do believe that gatekeeping might not be a good thing to do in general, I do understand why people still do it, because it can be a benefit for the fandom as well. But yeah, gatekeeping does count as participatory culture because it involves user interaction with each other. Speaking of which, let's use video games as an example of participatory culture next. I would say that video games have a varied level of participatory culture depending on the design of the game. Some games are entirely dependent on participatory culture as it is part of the feature. One such game is called Foxhole, a massively multiplayer strategy inspired by World War II. This game is entirely player-driven, as players can choose to be a factory worker building vehicles and weapons, a truck driver to deliver supplies, an engineer to build fortification, or just a regular soldier to push forward against the enemy. All of these roles will contribute to the gameplay and can decide which faction will win the war. So yes, participatory culture all involve the people participating in an online community, whether it's an anime fandom or a video game community. It is the engine that keeps the media running. Without its participant, the media will not be able to sustain itself. That's all I have for today. I'll see you on the next video.